So, bonjour, Monsieur François. Comment ça va?
Ça va bien, mademoiselle Brigitte.
Merci beaucoup. So, thank you so much, François, for joining us today. We're so happy to have you here. You're an amazing student. And so, let me start off first by asking you, what made you interested in learning Francais?
Well, the main reason was when I was much younger, I took some of it in high school, and I never followed through with it. Did other things, moved on, and as the years went on, I always it always nagged at me that I never finished it.
Mhm.
And it is, of course, one of the most important languages on the planet. It's always been that way, and I do like learning languages. And I thought, well, I should finish what I started.
Have you enjoyed the Bonjour Brigitte program so far?
I have enjoyed it much more than I expected to because, like most people, whether it's learning a language or learning a new skill,
Mhm.
there is a degree of work involved, and you have your own ideas of how that's going to go. So I didn't expect it to be this much fun, and I do I am enjoying the program tremendously, and all the different facets of the program, the videos,
Mhm.
the vocabulary handouts, and probably the engagement with other learners is also very important.
That is wonderful, François. Tell me more about the video lessons. What do you enjoy about those?
Well, obviously, the fact that they're videos, you can go over them and slow them down, speed them up. You could do them obviously anywhere, privacy of your own home, on the road, and of course, they're all led by Mademoiselle Brigitte, which is, I think, you're very skilled and very good with students. And of course, the practice, you're allowed to practice as you go as you go with the video and you watch the video. You can practice and rewatch them, which I know I will be doing because some of the lessons are a little more challenging than others, but they're very important. And the fact that I have access to them at any time and any place, probably one of the biggest benefits of those videos.
That is wonderful to hear, François. I'm so glad you're enjoying them. And then tell me about your experience in the conversation cafe with the other students. How are you liking that?
Well, I will say the conversation cafe was something that I was obviously quite unfamiliar with, never having had that experience before, and I was actually a little cautious about it. There would be others I didn't know. Knowing that I'm a beginner, didn't know how awkward I would feel. And from the very first meeting, where you just zoom in, it was a great experience. Very comfortable, very friendly, and of course you get to see others at different points in their learning, and you actually have opportunities to help each other, as well as uh, of course have that communal engagement, the socialization, which I think obviously now, of course not at the beginning, but now I realize
Mhm.
having the opportunity to engage with others helps with what I now know is one of the most important parts of learning a language, which is the training of the ear. Because it's one thing that we have to learn the vocabulary and learn how to in the pronunciation, which your videos are great for, by the way.
Oh, merci beaucoup,
But
François.
but the training of the ear is as important, and I only now realize that, which makes the conversation cafe almost indispensable. In fact, it is indispensable.
Excellent. And you've made so many friends in the Cafe François. I know everybody loves working with you. They look forward to seeing you, and this is wonderful. And then, François, so what has been your favorite part of everything? I'm guessing the cafe, or what do you think?
Well, the cafe, something that helps break the monotony of the week, so I do look forward to that. Uh, maybe the possibility of going to France with all of you might be my favorite part, because you've mentioned it several times where you're planning a trip to France,
Yep.
and in a weird way, that actually helps set a goal. Like, hey, the student has an incentive to really pick up the pace and put in an effort to learn, because I believe
Exactly.
going to France is going to be so much more fun when you know what's going on, and what they're saying to you.
Well, exactly. And François, from your travels, for your work purposes, I'm sure you know that when you visit different places, it's always good to learn the language. Then you get the most out of your trip.
Absolutely. I know I'm not the first one to come up with this, but especially traveling, whether you realize it before or during or after, uh, really learning languages just empowers the individual. It's almost as important as making sure you have the right currency in whatever country you're in. If you know the language, it is a what we call a force multiplier. You really are empowered to do more, and of
Yep.
course it helps your confidence, and it's just a tremendous asset. And personally, I do like languages. In fact, I have my own personal goal of learning several.
Yes.
I tell people I'm trying to grow up to be a polyglot.
Ah, you already are François because you speak English and French, and you speak another language.
A little Japanese and a little Portuguese.
See, look, you're already there. There you go. Excellent, François. That is wonderful. And if somebody wants to join and they're a bit nervous, they've never spoken French before, they feel maybe worried or intimidated, what would you say to them?
I will I will say that, and I went through the same thing, because there are a lot of options, especially in this era where people feel comfortable doing things actually in a solitary manner through their phones or devices. And
Mhm,
of course, because of that, we have all these options with apps, and
mhm.
apps can be very important. They can be, but I was considering the same thing. But now that I am in this program, and I went ahead after meeting you, and I think that was also helpful when I got to meet you and speak with you before joining the program.
Yeah.
You were very engaging and very accommodating, and that just finalized the decision for me to give it a try. And once, like I said, from day one, all the different parts of this program, whether it's the videos, the conversation cafe, the handouts, they really they really invite the student to continue to go in deeper and engage even further, and you want to do it. You actually want to do it. So if someone does have an inclination to learn French, I
Mhm.
can tell you they won't be disappointed. They will not regret uh, signing up for the Bonjour Brigitte program. I'm not trying to sound like a commercial. I honestly am glad that I did it. I was on the fence, didn't know which one I was going to choose, and now I feel like I got lucky that I did join this program because I want to continue on this program. Um, I'm excited about it, and it's a lot of fun. And I would recommend it to anybody confidently without sounding like a cliche.
Wow. Merci beaucoup, François. That is so kind of you, and it's been so amazing to watch you grow and, to watch you speak French and even improve, so much more. Now with Madame Malika joining us, you can practice a couple times with her. And that is wonderful. So, François, let's stop it there. Merci beaucoup, François.
Merci, bonjour, et à bientôt, et à la prochaine.
Excellent, François.